Cognizant. I thought I'm not, because I'm not having any responses. Good afternoon, very good afternoon, students. We welcome Mr. Harish Jaiswal. Harish Jaiswal is very young but senior business analyst with Cognizant, and he has done his Master of Business Administration from one of the IIM, and he is into the marketing strategy operations, and these are the measures he has done in during his IIM days. It is good to see Harish amongst us, because he has already accomplished one such feat, that is becoming a graduate from the one of the leading B school, that is the IIM, that is the coveted degree he has possessed. And we always aspire to become a B school grad, which already he has achieved. He will share his life experiences as well as what needs to be done to become a very good manager or a successful manager, and his experiences during his student life as well as a professional life, his journey so far. And our students are, I think, eager to know more from you. And we welcome NDIT family welcomes you, Mr. Harish Jaiswal, on this platform to address our PGDM students of 24-26 batch. They are just embarking on this journey for 2 years journey to become a manager. They aspire to be the business leaders of the future, like you. Uh, I leave this platform to you so that you can take over from here to address our student. Welcome, Mr. Harris, on board.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful introduction. And for all the students, I will just introduce myself again. Bhushan sir already has introduced me in a such good manner and briefly. But yeah, I have done my MBA from IIM Ranchi, and my batch was 2022, and now I'm working as a senior business analyst in Cognizant. So in this session, I'm going to first of all, this session is going to be more of a, um, not I'm just talking here. Like it will be more of a conversational. We are just like clearing your doubts. I will share my experience. So we will make it more not a monotonous conversation, but we will try to exchange our experience and try to solve your personal doubts. And I have divided this session into majorly three parts. So first of all, we will try to understand what a business analyst is, what that means, what are their job expectations, like what you guys can expect from the job role. And second, what are the types of business analysts? So business analyst is a very generic term. There are many kind of analysts. And third and the last, we will discuss what are the future scope as a business analyst, where the business analyst career can lead you to. And at the last, we will try to have Q&A where you can ask your personal doubts if you want to share anything or anything which you have. So let's try not to make it a monotonous conversation and try to learn as much as we can. And one thing, one disclaimer from my side, I'm very young. I have in overall 3 years of work ex only. So more of a, I can share like my experience and the journey, how you can get into this field. So beyond that, I will advise you to not expect me much like beyond that, because I don't have that much experience, like 25 years or something. I'm not at a managerial post. I have entered into this industry. So let's consider me as a student. And I think I look like a student only. So consider me as your class batchmate only. So let's try to, again, don't make this conversation monotonous. Let's keep it conversational, and we will begin. So first of all, I would like to ask, anyone has any idea what a business analyst is? What is their job role, and what do you understand from a business analyst? It's okay. Any guess will work. I hope the two term business and analyst are self-explanatory, and you can try making a guess here. Anyone?
No idea, sir.
Okay, okay. Anyone just try a guess. What do you understand from the word business and the analyst? Business analyst. Any one sentence or anything you want to say. Don't afraid. I
Sir,
told you I'm only a yeah, yeah, Hardik.
sir, business analyst like who can analyze the business like the process and other things.
Yeah, you are almost right on the track. Like the overall, but I will define it for you. This is not a definition from Google, but very generic thing. So let's first
Okay.
understand the two words. Okay, so business analyst is two words, business and analyst, where we are analyzing any business. So here business is not only the business which we talk in generic term, like having you're having a shop or having a big corporate. No, business can be a product here also, business can be a process here also, business can be a data also. So when you're analyzing anything to make some suggestions, to or do some consulting, that what that business, that product, or that thing have to be in future, and what are the action items that you propose after analyzing the data and all the insights you have. Okay, then you make the recommendation. This is the overall job of a business analyst. So let's say uh, any product which is in market. For example, let's say Zomato is there. Zomato is a business, but their application, Zomato app, is a product in that company. So let's say I'm a business analyst in Zomato, and I'm handling the product that is their application. Okay, so I will see there are many metrics which we have to follow. The metrics are the measurement of some kind of their measurement criteria. For example, um, monthly active users. So I have a target that I want that many monthly active users on my applications, or daily active users, or my turnout ratio or something. So I have to track it with the help of data, and with that data we'll have to make recommendation if that is matching our criteria or not matching. In case it is not matching our criteria, then what steps should be taken, and that action item which we are proposing should be practical. I mean, they should be implementable. Okay, and should be data backed. You should have a proper reasoning, proper data, which is giving a proper validation to your recommendation. But this is just one part of business analyst, which is more focused around data analyst. So I hope it is making little bit sense, and I'm not being very technical.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you guys can stop me anywhere. I told you, just consider me as your friend. Okay, I'm not. I'm just 25 years old. Okay, so don't think me as. Even you don't need to call me sir. You can call me Harish. It's fine. Okay, I don't have a habit of, even in corporate, no one calls sir or ma'am. So it's fine. Consider me your friend. Be as comfortable as you can be, so that we can learn better. Okay. If you will consider me as a professional or something, you will hesitate to ask your questions. And again, that is not going to be as beneficial as it can be. If you consider me your friend, just ask anything. Don't think if your doubt is going to be silly or something. Even I made a lot of doubts which are very silly, but don't worry about it. Okay, so I hope the term is very much understandable to all of you now. So it is made of the two words I told you, business analyst. Three, four keywords are there: analyzing the product or business to make recommendation. Okay, on the basis of your data to make future progress. So now coming to the second part. So business analyst is very generic term. There are many kind of business analysts in the industry. Okay, one is Excel business analyst, which I gave you idea. It is a broader, scope. Then there comes the data analyst. I will tell you what that is. So, for example, my role in my company is business analyst, but Cognizant is a service provider, tech service provider. So for my client, I am working as a data analyst. So what my current role is, they have their data, the data of their agents, how they are handling customer queries, and then data comes to us in the form of points, like did they meet that criteria, did they solve the customer queries, how many times they applied the concept, how many times the customer was satisfied. You getting it? Like they have managed some customers, then that call was being analyzed or reviewed by some of the experts, and then their reviewed sheet is with us. We know which agent has done what kind of performance, how many times customer was satisfied, how many times they're not. Now my job is very specific there. It's like a 1% of business analyst. We just have to create a dashboard out of that data. Dashboard is kind of visualization, like you have a data is in terms of number words. You can imagine it as a excel sheet, and dashboard is more of a infographics. You can visualize the things. For example, if let's say a data sheet can have hundreds of thousands of rows, but I want to see all of the things on one screen, so I will try to represent everything in the form of bar graphs, pie chart, or something, like how many percentage of the agents are doing great in this criteria, how many customers were satisfied in a particular month, how many agents met the criteria, or something in that particular site, how many agents are doing, what are the criteria where agents are lacking, in which area we can give them some training. Okay, so this is the job of data analyst. So this is one part of business analyst. Second comes a product analyst. So as earlier I have given you the example, it is like Zomato and their analyst. So he is more focused on the product, success of product. If users are coming, how longer they are spending on the app, from one page, how many pages are they exploring in a day, how many times they are coming, what is their checkout ratio. I mean, a person comes on the application, how many, what percentage of users are actually paying or actually ordering. Okay, so they are analyzing the user experience, the product quality, and the technicalities. If the application is able to handle all the traffic, that is more aligned to the product. They want more. They are more focused on the product success. Then comes the financial analyst. So nothing different, nothing difficult. They are more aligned with the finance. So majorly, if you see any finance companies, for example, JP Morgan and all, they have financial analysts. So they, for their clients, let's say any bank or any corporate, they analyze their finances, or let's say any company who is coming to them to get advised on how to raise funds, how much funds to be raised, at what percentage of interest they should raise, etc., etc. So this is more aligned with finance. So they should have a strong knowledge in finance domain. Okay, and this list is not limited here. Like it is an ongoing list. Any word and you add analyst, they are analyzing that thing. So you are business intelligence analyst also. Like there is never ending list of analysts, and you can cover all of them under business analyst. But they have very specific role. If I say product analyst, that is very specific. If I say data analyst, that is very specific. Now, so we have AI, ML, and all. So we are getting analyst in that also, right? Am I making sense? Can because I can't see any face, I can't hear any voice or any question, so it makes me little, you know, to feel like in a monotonous conversation. Am I making sense? Are we guys together till now?
Sir, yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I advise
Switch on
you to
your
also.
camera also, so that
Sorry,
our
sir. Can you come
distinguished
again?
guest will be Harish can be very comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you guys can come on camera, it's okay. I know it's early morning there, or not. I think it's 12:30 or something. Actually, I'm in Philippines right now, Manila. My on-site project is here, so here it is 3. 18 p.m.
Great.
So
Okay, great.
it's okay if you are sleepy or something. You can, because I was also a student 2 years back. I know how I have attended classes. I know what we were doing. So be comfortable. Anyone, if you want to come on camera, that will be very uh, okay. But this is the list of business analysts. And don't confuse that. I'm not saying that business analysts, they all are business analysts. I'm just giving you a gist of what are the analysts and kind of analysts. Business analysts are very generic. We are analyzing all the business. But at such uh, age, like I just entered the industry, I'm not getting everything to do, right? To analyze business, their business model canvas, their customers, their environment. Because for that we require whole team. If you see a profile of the business analyst, so for that you require a whole team. You will get only one or two tasks of them. For example, I told you, man, right now I'm working as a data analyst, even though I'm a business analyst in Cognizant. So you need to have a lot of experience, and a whole team is there. The developers are there, business analysts they are there, product managers are there, Scrum master are there. So it's kind of, you say it's a whole another team working on a product, and then that whole role is a business analyst. And one other definition of business analyst I will give you in terms, it is like, yes, Aaron, you are saying something.
Sir, is there any difference between product analyst and product manager? What is the difference
Yeah,
between both?
I will okay, first I
Hmm.
will tell you how. So
Good
product
question.
manager, so he is a manager. So I will stick to my earlier example, Zomato. Okay, so you have a team, but you should have a one point of contact or a person who is coordinating everything. That is the product manager, right? Because for team, everyone is thinking different. To make them all aligned and to be on the same page, you need to have one coordinator. So he is the manager. Then he divides the task. Okay, you have to do this, you have to do this. So he is overall responsible for the product. Okay, he is the voice of product in company. You are the team. As a business analyst, I am the team. Product manager is the person who is managing the product, and the team who is into that product. Okay, so he's the manager.
Okay,
And
sir.
business analyst in their career, in future we will become a product manager. So basically the job profile, job description of a business analyst and a product manager is almost similar. Just the case is, as a business analyst, if let's say the job description is of 10 lines, 10 sentences, I'm working hardly on one or two sentences. But as a product manager, you are now responsible for everything. You are not directly doing everything. But let's say I told you I am working as a data analyst. Some person is there who is maybe working on the design part. Some person is there who is maybe working on analyzing the market. Some person is there who is working little technical to communicate the requirements to developers. So as a product manager, now I'm looking over everything. That okay, Harish is doing data, that Satyam is doing this, they are doing, and everything is coordinated, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And product analyst is they're again are analyzing the product. Manager is managing. In management, a lot of things can come, right? Customer satisfaction and our analysts, they are just analyzing how the product is performing, and the product manager will ask them, the analyst, that how the product is. Like they will ask that let's say Satyam, is our product meeting our monthly active users criteria? He will check. Then he will ask, if it is not meeting, where are we lacking? He will analyze. Okay, so these roles are also, like interconnected. You can't have a hard line distributing the roles. They can overlap, they can interlink, but this is overall like a little bit of differences, and company to company it differs. For example, a business analyst role in Cognizant is very different to a business analyst role in American Express. That is a credit card issuing company, if you have heard. And it is very different from the same role in JP Morgan. JP Morgan is a investment banking firm. So their business analysts are more aligned with investment banking and financial analysts. So it depends on company also. Okay,
Okay, sir.
now I will give you the definition of business analyst as a job description. What I gave you was very generic, but now we will be little technical. So what we do in our, uh, I mean, company as an employee. So our role is, see, if let's say Priyanshu has come for like to us that hello, we have this problem going on. Let's say he has a company like OLX, and he says that we want to make our product very convenient, right? Because for now many users are coming, they are registering, but their products are not selling, and many other problems he mentioned. Okay, now he said, I want an application which is convenient. Our users, they get their products, sell very fast. And he tells us some problem. Now, later, who is gonna develop the product? They are developers, right? Please listen carefully. It is not very technical, but you might, lose the track somewhere. So, what the problem is, Priyanshu talk in business terms. That hi, my problem is this, my users are not satisfied or something. But developers have nothing to do with the business, they just know coding. You give them the prototype is a sample of application, that this page should look like this, if we click here then we should go to that page. So you have given them a prototype, they can code everything. Now there is a gap. Priyanshu has told the business requirement, but developers has nothing to do with the business requirement. They want everything to be written technically, that yeah, after this thing we should do this, and then this should happen. Now this gap we as a business analyst will fulfill. We will understand Priyanshu's business requirement, we will record everything, we will do the user research, maybe interviews, focus group studies, we will understand the market, understand everything, and will make a prototype which will be approved by Priyanshu and his team also. Then we will test, and after that in an agile manner. Agile is like cyclic. It's not that all the products have been developed in one go. You make one change, check it, then make another change, like this, and then these things are technically recorded. We have built a prototype. Now that will go to the developer, that yeah, develop this product, code this product. So we are like an intermediary between the businesses, between the clients and developers. We are understanding the requirement and then communicating it with the developer in the language which they understand. A simple term, there is a Russian who is visiting India, and he went to a village. He doesn't know the Hindi language or any local language, where villagers, they doesn't know any Russian language. So you, as their guide, you are understanding and then communicating the things by translating in their language. And again, they are providing you the product, and then you giving them to the Russian person. This was very generic. Okay, so we are like an intermediary. So we should, so by this we can understand we should have a business knowledge. We should, most important skill of business analyst should have to sympathy. You should understand the, what is in the heart of user. You should have that catch, right? What can be in the mind of user. Okay, what can be their action, what they are gonna like and not. On the other hand, you should have a little bit of technical knowledge, to at least you are able to communicate these things, design these things in a technical manner, design the business requirement documents and all, and communicate it with the developer. Okay, these are the basic skills you need to have as a business analyst. I hope I'm clear till now.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking in easy language. My English is not very tough. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, two parts we have covered, but yeah, there will be many technical terms which you might not understand. So don't worry about that. For example, I'm using the word business requirement or document, agile. There are a lot of technical terms, but don't worry about that. If I feel I need to explain the meaning of that word, I will explain. In case you think that word is not making any sense and you need meaning, you just ask me. Okay, agile, I already told you. There are like, again, I will tell you there are two approaches. Earlier, we were using waterfall approach. Waterfall approach, we have, you decide in one go that product is gonna be like this, and you give it to the pass onto the team, and they are developing it. But in real life, it doesn't happen, right? A lot of things you see and you think maybe we can do this thing, maybe we can make this thing after this is on. So this becomes as an agile rather than one go like waterfall. It is becoming an agile that you suggest these things, then you realize no, yaar, if we would have this thing there, it would have worked better. So you create another requirement, and then one thing has done has been tested and simultaneously other things are going on, and it is working in a cyclic manner until the whole product is done. That is agile. And nowadays this concept is very very common, and every firm is using this only. So yeah, two things I have done, but if we go like this in a monotonous conversation, I think in 15 minutes I will be done. I'm expecting many doubts from you. If you are interested in this field, okay, what you can do, or you can ask other questions also. Like as a student, what are the things you are facing? What are the problems?
The students, please keep on interacting, ask questions. Our guest is, sorry, Harish, I'm saying
If,
guest. You
yeah,
are, yeah,
no,
go
it's
ahead.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah, but you are a guest, of course, and a valued guest. Students are requested to please interact as much as possible. Ask queries, ask questions. You might be having lot many things. Okay, that's why you can have these interactions alive. Guys. Okay, please come forward. If you have anything, note down during this discussion. Ask as and when. Use the chat box, or maybe switch on your mic and ask
yeah.
the
Switch
question.
on your my chat box, anything. At the end, I will also try to cover my journey. That is might be
Yes.
inspirational, not be inspirational. It's upon you. But I will tell you how I got this, and it's not a very big, or I say huge achievements. It's not a very big task. It's very like normal thing. But it depends on your interest. If you are interested in the field, obviously you are going to get there. Okay. So if we don't have any doubt, it's okay. I will go ahead with the third part. That is the skills we require for um, data, being a data analyst. But again, I told you that business analyst is a very big thing. Like a lot of responsibilities are there, but you are not doing everything. So this list has everything. You need not to have everything. You even if some skills you have, then are good. So first is data analysis. That is, I think, important. Okay, data analysis is a must skill. If you have a data, you should have a ability to analyze the data, get the insight out of it. Like you have a huge numbers, okay, hundreds of thousands of columns, hundreds of thousands of rows, and you have to make some insight. So you should know basic Excel formulas. It's good to have knowledge of Python and SQL. I didn't have it earlier, but for this project we got training of SQL. So I know how to analyze data with SQL. Python I know a little bit but haven't used it. So these things are added advantage, but at least having the knowledge of basic Excel functioning, right? Like pivot table, and also you can play with the data. It is very, very important. It is a must skill. Second, business intelligence tools. So the business intelligence tools are like dashboarding tools, Power BI, on which from the data you are making charts and all. Very easy. It's not nothing. If you just see one YouTube, series in one day, I think you will. They are just simple. Like on PowerPoint, na, all the options that are like that. We have Power BI, we have Tableau and all. You have data. They will automatically. You will see with the common sense. You can see what are the options you can use to make the table. It's just that you, in the back of mind, that soft skill you should have to know what you should do with the data. Okay, you know what you should do with the data. Then it's easy. If you know that I'm going to make like I need maybe monthly data of users who are not returning. If you know that I need that, then it is very easy. You just go click there, choose that monthly, then you can. But if you don't have the idea that what you need to fetch, then it's difficult. So this soft skill is very important. You should first have the intuition that what you need for that. Okay, then technical things are very easy. You just click and you get it. Second and third is process modeling and analysis. It is again same related to data analyst. You should have knowledge of modeling. Okay, you maybe like interactive data where you are changing one figure and you are seeing all the data. For example, you have a model and you that model predicts that if you sell that many products in that month, what is going to be your profit and what is your going to be your future trend. So this is an example of process modeling where you have created your own interactive data where you change one or two figures like variables and it is giving you the insight. So it is very helpful to predict your target that okay, we will target this because our model is telling if you have this many units or this many users, then we will achieve this much growth in that many times. Then requirement management, it is a must skill. Requirement management, as I told you, now a Russian person comes, so you need to understand the requirement and then define it in technical terms. Don't worry, in industry you get training for that, how to make technical documents. But you should, for that you need to have that sympathy for your user or anyone. Your listening skills should be very good. You should be a person who listen and understand a person very carefully. Okay, listen, understand, then talk. Listen more, talk less. This is the thing. Agile, I already told you. Prototyping, not a must skill, but good to have. Prototyping, I already told you. Let's say we are on Google Meet. So one person has first designed that on Google Meet. If let's say we have 30 people, so we should have 15 panels, 15 boxes, and one box should say 15 more. I mean, he will design that yeah, there it should have black color. Then the call and button should be red color. There should be a hand button. Someone would have designed. Then it was coded. So that is prototyping. We have Figma tool for that. Canva, very easy to use. You can just try. Okay. So I mean, when you apply for a business analyst, they have these many things. They are the keywords. So when in your resume you have mentioned that knowledge of prototyping, no knowledge of Figma. So at least some keywords are matching with your resume, and it increases the chance of you being shortlisted and then selected. So I'm not saying have knowledge of everything, but I'm explaining everything. Just see if you're interested in the field. If yes, then what are the skills you think you can try? Try them and start building your resume slowly. Okay, these things are also interesting. If you see, they are not boring things. Okay, coding might be boring for someone, not for everyone. And this also, it is like drawing. I don't think anyone is bored of drawing or anything. Then many other skills are there. It is a never ending list. I'm just focusing on important things. Programming language, optional, I will say, but good to have, because if you have a programming language you get benefit. I don't have programming language experience. I've done BCom honors and then MBA from like marketing and strategy. So I don't have that advantage of some of the technical projects I might not get. For example, if you are going on a big, corporate, Microsoft, Google, they require like you should have programming language knowledge. So there I might not be eligible. So they are good to have, but not a must. Then reports and dashboard. I already told you dashboard. You have to make the thing with like visualize the things, see what data you need to make the use data just you are covering in a screen. Excel must is a must. Okay, for data analytics, documentation and presentation. So when you understand the requirement of any user, you should document the requirement that he wants this. Then presentation. Presentation is a corporate must skill. Doesn't matter in which field you are going, you should have the knowledge and some soft skills of presentation, how you present the thing. PowerPoint, how you make the slide, how you are expressing all of your thoughts in minimum words, minimum number of slides. Okay, now we come to non-tech skills. They're like soft skills based on your personality. So it is being judged in the interview. You can't write, I think, it in resume. So when an interviewer give you some problems, he will give you some instance. Then he will check if you are thinking in that way or not. So I can't categorize them in the must have or not must have, but I think uh, a little bit you should have that quality. So they are first understanding the business objective. You should have that business acumen. You should know what is important for business. Okay, because at the end, business wants profit. You should think from the point of view of the investors, users, and everyone. Analytical and critical thinking. You should have that skill. You are thinking critically. Everything should be practical. You are not talking, in the air that what if we do, what if we can make an application which can port one person to from one place to other. That is not possible. Okay, you should say everything which is backed by data is practically possible and is also in the budget. Then communicating and interpersonal skills very important. I told you now you are going to communicate the Russian guy with a village person. So if you don't have that interpersonal skill, you don't have that attachment, that sympathy. How can you do that? You're here. Just translation is not going to happen. You should understand the feel. Okay, I will give you an example. Very might not be accurate, but you will get it. Let's say a person goes to buy a nail on a shop. Then the shopkeeper is confused that what kind of nail he wants because he has a lot of nails. Then just giving him the nail is not going to fulfill your business objective or not satisfy the customer. Maybe if he get nail to his work or home, it will not work. So you try asking why exactly that person needs the nail. Okay, nails can also have many uses. So he told you that he wants to fix that nail on the wall so he can hang the photo or something. So now you have the idea. Okay, that nail should be this long. It should have the capacity to handle that much weight. Otherwise, maybe if he's a very, let's say he's a child. Okay, some father sent him that go buy the nail. Okay, so you know what happened with the kid. So this is the acumen you should have. This is how you sympathize. You understand what is the end requirement and how you can uh, satisfy it in a bit better way. Even customers doesn't know many times that what they want. They don't know what they want. You will have to understand and then require your skills to understand what exactly they want. Okay, again, I'm saying this is a teamwork. It's not that you are going to do that alone. Here, there will be a whole team. There happens a lot of discussions, round of discussions. Okay, so this is how you sympathize. You should have interpersonal skills and communication skills. Then comes the negotiation and cost benefit analysis, very related to budget. Okay, if a customer has only 20,000 of budget, you can't suggest him to use AI or ML, or any robotics because 20,000 will cover nothing. So you should also have this in mind. Okay, that is a different thing. If it is not at all possible without AI ML, you then tell them that it is not possible in 20,000. But the thing is, you should always consider the budget and accordingly suggest the solutions. Decision making skill, again, important at every stage. Okay, you should have a good critical thinking and analyze the things and come to a decision, not quickly, but your decision should be as accurate as possible. Because if your app is not working, let's say recently some mm, something happened with Microsoft applications, it was all blue. Now you don't have enough time. You have to make the decision. You have to figure it out what happened exactly and take the decision in no time, because that big businesses, they don't have time, they can't afford that much, because other businesses are losing just because of that. So you should have a quick decision making skill. You should have that intuition that okay, this will work. It is good to have. So yeah, I will come to that later. Yeah, collaboration and teamwork. Again, I told you, we are going to work in a team. Developers are going to be there, Scrum Master, many other people from diverse areas are going to be there, whose role you don't understand. Because if a developer talks to me, I won't understand. I don't have knowledge of HTML, C++, Java, or Python or anything. I just know SQL little bit, Python very, very little bit. So you should have that uh, capacity that you are able to communicate with everyone, and you are managed to communicate your thought in a good way. Then empathy and emotional intelligence. I told you, you should empathize with the user. You should understand, because many times it happens now that person is saying something but they want something. They don't. They are not easily communicating what they exactly want. But you should have be the person who understand the thing. Like we have a generic term, "तुम नहीं समझोगे," but you should understand what that person wants to say. And business acumen. But I told you that it is a never ending list. If you go on Google, every site will tell you different skills, but these are the oral skills you need. So technical skills too, I already told you some of the tools you can use. Okay, and you can Google it anytime. How you can improve on your data analytics skill. What are the tools you should learn for business intelligence and all. For soft skills, what you can do: group discussion with your friends, and problem solving, things like if you are playing chess and all, just little bit. Okay, uh, mm, DI questions, like these kind of activities you can do to develop your mind, to train your mind, so your mind starts thinking in that way. These are the some techniques to enhance your soft skills. Okay, try communicating. For example, in case you're let's say you're not good in English, then start improving it. Start talking with your friends only. That is gonna benefit you a lot. So on soft skills, you need to work a lot, because soft skills are not only for business analysts. Every company require these soft skills. Every job. Okay, teamwork, business acumen. These are very generic soft skills. You are going to need them everywhere. So this was our third part. Till now, any doubt in any skill you are interested, you want to know more, or any skill you didn't understand. If you want to add any other skills, so it's open for you. Now it's your turn to talk. Anyone? Is it being boring? Doubt?
Students, do you have any questions to ask? Please, be interactive, ask questions. It was very lively session, Harish, and really enthralling. But let us gear up, students. Do you have any questions? Anything?
Sir, you have said about requirement management. Can you explain that point again in
Hmm.
tech?
Must have you are talking about. What do you need to have to become the one,
Yeah.
Harish?
So requirement management, as I told you now, let's say a person comes to you with his business. He will talk in business terms. The example, you remember the Russian person. He will talk. He goes to a village and he asks that I want a dish. I really like that dish which was made up of coconut and all, but he don't know the name. Or maybe he said that I am thirsty, but that village doesn't have enough water. Maybe they are using some substitute for that. Very vague example, but just saying. So they will. Then you should know what is the requirement. Requirement is not the water. Even the Russian is asking for water, but requirement is he is thirsty. Okay, you wrote it down. Then you understand. Okay, in what other manner with the available resources, how can we satisfy that demand? I know. So requirement management is just you are understanding the requirement, and there is a format business requirement document. Okay, there are many kind of requirement, business requirement, functional requirement, and they have to document. So you write, they have a format which you will, you will be trained for later in the industry. So business requirement are more related to business only. That okay, they need high growth, their users are not very active, blah blah blah. Functional requirement are more around functionality of the product. Their app is taking too long to open, it is sometimes showing error. They are functional requirement. So many kinds of requirement are there, and you are documenting that thing. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, very
Okay, sir.
simple. Yeah. Any other doubt? Okay, now I will come to the scope. They are very small part. So what is the scope? After business analyst, where are you going to be in the future? So after business analyst, I told you can become a product manager because they are similar role. It's just that product manager is now handling everything. Earlier, you could have been given any of these tasks, but now as a product manager, you are handling those people who are doing this task. Second is project manager. They are very similar, but the difference is the word product and project. Product is an application, a software, or something. Project is not necessarily a product. It can be a part of product. For example, if a company came to develop a overall new product, that is a job of product manager. But let's say a company came with an existing product and saying, I want this particular change. Okay. For example, uh, any update happened in the industry, they are moving from one software to another. So it becomes a project. There is nothing to do with the product. They would just want to shift their all of their data from one database or one platform to another. So this becomes a project. Okay, both are almost similar. And again, if I tell about hierarchy in the organization, it is first is business analyst, product analyst, then you become senior business analyst, lead business analyst, or manager. Then you become architect, a consultant, a product owner. You own the product. Okay, product owner and product manager are almost similar. Very minor differences there, so don't worry about that. But this is the hierarchy, and then you become the product line head. Now, rather than one product, you are handling all the lines. Let's say Coca-Cola. I think it owns many of the soft drink brands. I think Mirinda and two, three other. Okay, it owns. So product manager is only handling one product, that is Coke. But product line owner, he will be responsible for all the lines of the soft drinks. Then again, after that is the topmost level, that is CXO, CIO, I mean chief officers. So that is very, high level position. This is how you grow in this field. Now, yeah, my thing is almost done. Later, I will share one link with Anush, that is IIBA, Institute of Business Analysts, International Institute of Business Analysts. So they post a lot of publications and a lot related to business analyst and product manager. You guys can look at it later. I mean, you can find it beneficial and it has a lot of relevant stuff. Now it's your part. What is your expectations? What you want to know from myself? Let's not restrict it to business analyst or product things. You can ask anything. My student life, anything you want, have any doubt in your mind. Okay, I am open to talk about anything. So it's you now. I have talked everything. Now it's up to you. You have questions. You have suggestions.
Now we have entered into the Q&A, question and answer. Do you have any questions, student? Please.
Is my internet? Can anyone confirm? Am I audible? My video is visible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So no one has, no doubt. I think no one is interested in this field or what?
Sir, can you explain your MBA journey of 2 years?
Okay, I can. So first of all, I was very unfortunate because my batch was only batch suffered from COVID. I didn't has the, you know, what I say, in my destiny, I didn't have any offline class. I did it online. So we never had a, in, you know, one-to-one interaction or face-to-face interaction with our uh, batchmates and all. But if I talk about my journey, first year was very, very tough. My tough in terms of only summer internships. It was very, very tough. I I got my internship. I think at the end, I was getting shortlisted in every most of the companies, but I don't know why. At the end, in the interview, I was getting rejected. So first year was very tough. Okay, and I never had an idea in my mind that I will go in this field. I was doing marketing. I was aspiring for going to the marketing or maybe strategy, some consulting. But I ended up there. So in second year when placements started happening, then this company came, Cognizant. Before that, I was being interviewed for JP Morgan as a business analyst in that company, or I think investment banking. But at the fourth round, last round, I got rejected, and then Cognizant came. So fortunately, I saw many of the qualities are matching. I think not technical, but it is your soft skills or not non-technical skills which are going to land you a job. Because technical skills you can easily learn in free from YouTube, but the soft skills you cannot gain it in one day. For example, business acumen, or for example, the sympathy to understand. If you're a person who just talk, who don't consider about others' feeling, other thought, he just think he is the center of the world, then you are not sympathizing, and you cannot change this in one day. So then I saw that most of the soft skills are matching with mine. Then I got the intuition that maybe here I'm going to be placed. So design thinking and all of these things. Obviously, for getting your resume shortlisted, your technical skills should match with the job description. But I think it is my personal experience and personal, intuition that soft skills are the one which will land your job, because that is where you are going to survive and you will not feel suffocated. Technical skills anyone can learn. Okay, if you have non-tech background and they give you a training of 1 week for Python, you will easily know how it works. So this was a very brief of my MBA journey. Unfortunately, I don't have any offline experience, so I don't have anything to share about that.
Okay, sir.
Good.
Sir, where have you completed?
Wonderful.
Where
I
have
have
you?
done it from I am Ranchi.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Good.
Sir, I think your voice
Is
is
on.
not clear.
Am I audible? Kind of poor connectivity. Let me come and join. Be connected, please. Don't sign off now. I'm coming out. I have to with the uh, now audible. Hello, hello, hello. Don't sign
You
off.
are audible now. Earlier, your I think internet.
I'm audible now.
Yeah, earlier your network was not good, I think.
It looks like better connectivity.
Yeah, now it is better.
Am I audible now?
Yes,
Okay, okay. I mean, now it looks like in a better connected area. Mhm. Actually, it was such an enthralling and very engaging session, Harish. Nice to see you, young faces. And wish to see you whenever you come back to India. Come to the campus so that we
Sure,
can have.
sir. Maybe by this year, and we are also trying to get back to India because already 1 year has passed,
Oh,
and the
good to
food
know.
is here not at all
Hmm.
good. I have already lost 8 or 10 kilograms of my weight, so I want
Oh,
to.
you must be on the on-site, the with the client side.
Yeah,
What is it?
we report to the client side.
Okay, okay. You are working on a project of Cognizant.
Yeah, cognizant, and then we report to the client office.
Oh, oh, great, great. You have mentioned lot many things, technical and soft skills as well. I think
Yeah,
soft skills, as you have correctly said, it has to be imbibed. Empathy. There is a design thinking. Basis
right,
of the design thinking is empathy. You need to have all other things apart from the communication and understanding other people's perspective. All those things will be always better to have the business connections,
exactly.
build the business connections. And as you have said, other skills like Python and
Mhm.
data science, DBMS, RDBMS,
Right,
Excel, Power BI, all those things everyone can learn and one should learn
right.
to be adept in the business analyst role. And apart from this, the soft skills. Really, we wish you, Harish, the very best in your life. Enjoy and have a great career ahead. And whenever you come back to India, make a visit to our campus
Sure,
so
sure.
that we can have a live session with our student. Thank you very much
Thanks a lot,
for
sir.
your
And
session.
then I will tell one thing, one piece of advice from my side. Everyone has a lot of time in their daily life. I know you are busy, but just get 1 hour, 5 days a week, and spend that 1 hour on any skill. That is good enough, to make you better. Because 1% growth every day. I know all of you are aware of the compounding effect, right? So even if 1 hour is not possible, try to give half an hour, but without using your phone, without any distraction. Okay, you will literally love it. Half an hour is nothing. If you half an hour, if you scroll reel, it will pass like this. But you are spending on any skill. Okay, try half an hour, 5 days a week. Be consistent. Be consistent. That's it. You will see yourself. You will start loving yourself. So this is one piece of advice from my side that really works for me and really keeps me away from any depression. That is also like half an hour, 1 hour of workout, like any physical activity, and 1 hour of study, growth, personal growth. Then you will never need, a person in your life. I mean, we have a lot of problems like he or she is not talking to me, my parents are not proud of me, blah blah blah. You will never think of these problems in your lifetime. Trust me, just go give 2 hours of your daily routine to yourself. You will feel a lot better, and you will really see the progress in your professional and personal. So this is how I will like to end the session. And stay connected. You can ask Anuj for my WhatsApp contact in case you have any personal doubts or anything. You can chat me there. Okay. Anuj, I am comfortable. You can share my WhatsApp with them, and I will share the IIBA link with you. Please share it with them.
Sure,
Oh,
sure, Harish.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Harish. And once again, wish you very best in your life.
Thank you, sir, and thanks for having me here.
Yeah. Thanks.
Uh,
Bye bye. Bye.
bye.
Signing off from here. Thanks.